Welcome to Dr. Mary Travel Best's special favorite travel movies for staying home. Normally, we share the travel tips and guide you, sharing our missteps along the way. This special edition on favorite travel movies is for women who travel, who want to travel, and especially for those who want to travel independently, but can't now due to travel restrictions. In this episode, the FAQ is what to do when you're stranded and feeling alone. The destination is your home video studio. Staying at home film destinations are top movies picks about travel. And the mistake is traveling with nail clippers. The tip is packing like a pro, including your respirator mask. So let's start with the FAQ. What do you do if you get stranded? Now, if I'm traveling alone or with a friend and I become lost or totally alone, what should I do? Well, the answer is this. In today's connected world, you are never really alone, but you can do the following things if you find yourself out on the streets. If you can't find a place to stay, here are some ideas. First, go to the outskirts of town or the next town over. See if you can find a place there. Number two, go to a local pub and talk to the bartender if you trust them and see if they have any suggestions. Third, go to a church and see if they know anyone who will take you in for the night. Four, find a YWCA or YMCA or youth hostel. Ask them where you should go. They usually have a list of backups, even if they're full. And lastly, be flexible and travel light. You may need to stash your suitcase with a concierge in a hotel for the night, so you will at least be easier to accept as a guest. You can always go to the local police station and sleep in the lobby there if they let you, depending on the city or jurisdiction. And early the next morning, you need to find your way again. With your smartphone, you should never feel stranded. You are just a call away from someone who loves you. So now let's talk about our special destination, your home movie screen. During this time when we can't go anywhere and we're staying home, it's time to be entertained. Let's get entertained as an armchair traveler. These are my top travel films. Watch them on any device. It could be your phone, or it could be your big screen, and watch all these movies. And I'll also tell you what not to watch. I tried to pick a variety with women having strong roles, some funny, some star-studded, and others just because. So what do you think of this list? We're starting out with Out of Africa. It was the best picture in 1986. It starred Meryl Streep and Robert Redford and some of the best beauty scenes from Africa. It inspired me to go visit there a couple of years later. National Lampoon's Vacation. That's right, from 1983, we had Chevy Chase and a star-filled cast. Watch for a good laugh. It's family friendly, even with the grandma scene. It's one for fun, and it reminds me of our old station wagon, the Country Squire. We traveled across the US in the 70s. Next is Murder on the Orient Express. Agatha Christie tells her story. It's about the adventures of a mystery, and it's not just an ordinary mystery. Now, you could watch the 1974 or the 2017 issue. The original ones had Lauren Bacall, Ingrid Bergman, Sean Connery, and it was Sidney Lumet film. So Eat, Pray, Love. I bet that's on your list. It's beautiful cinematography. It was from 2010. Julia Roberts, she's Liz Gilbert, a modern woman on a mission. She wants to explore the world while discovering and connecting with her inner self. She goes to Italy, India, and Bali. And the film can lift you up, which we need more of right now in these difficult and historic times. So Crazy Rich Asians, a super rich surprise hit in 2018. So here they travel to Singapore to meet a new family. It's got real life locations in full color and sound. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a bucket list, possibly, after watching. And North by Northwest. Hitchcock, he's a master. He has scenes from South Dakota's Mount Rushmore to that famous crop duster scene. It stars Cary Grant, Eva Marie Saint, and it's a mystery. I think you'll like that if you haven't seen it. Now, you've probably seen Casablanca. It's from 1941 with Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman and Peter Lorre. It's famous for that line, "Play it again, Sam." It covers Morocco, Northern Africa, and has some great lines and stars and a love story. Now, what about Forrest Gump? Now, he travels all across the US. Run, Forrest, run. Scenes across America from July 6th, 1994. Remember Jenny, his forever girlfriend? Some things never change. And Roman Holiday, Audrey Hepburn and Gregory Peck visiting in Italy. They see the Trevi Fountains and other real-life locations. This may make you want to visit Italy after the COVID-19 is over. And another good movie about Italy is Under the Tuscan Sun. Read the book first if you can, then see the film. Now, here's a few other films added from my super travel friend Cindy. She suggests Two for the Road from 1967. It's about a couple on a bumpy road. That's Audrey Hepburn and Albert Finney, and they reflect on their first decade of love and marriage as seen through the lens of a picturesque road trip through the stunning south of France. She says, you'll love the roadster. Now, the trip in 2010 is a British food critic, Steve Coogan, and his deadpan funny travel companion, Rob Brydon. They trade delicious barbs, hilarious impressions, and clever banter as they tour various eateries in Northern England. If you like this quirky buddy movie, the pair also made the trip to Italy and the trip to Spain, and rumor has it, the trip to Greece is in the works. Couple more. Up from 2009, that's a touching and whimsical animated travel adventure. It's about a grumpy old man and a chipper young stowaway travel to Paradise Falls in a floating house tethered by balloons. Have Kleenex handy. And what about The Way from 2010? A grieving dad starring Martin Sheen goes on an inspiring solo hiking journey along the Camino de Santiago, northern Spain's picturesque pilgrim trail. He isn't alone for long. And I watched this film from a friend's house in southern Spain and was clearly impressed with the way it impacted and changed people's lives through prayers to Jesus Christ. Now, that's the end of my picks. Here are movies not to see. Do not want to travel after seeing these. One is Broke Down Palace. It's about two young girls who travel to Bangkok, meet a guy, and then they get caught smuggling drugs. They end up in prison, and the rest you don't want to see. And another friend adds, do not watch Midnight Express. So let's move on. Today's mistake is traveling on an airplane with nail clippers. I made this mistake at least twice. How about you? Have you mistakenly included nail clippers in your luggage? I basically forgot I was going to do carry-on instead of packed. So it happened one time in Miami and another time in Thailand. And the last time I almost missed my plane. I had a rush to it, but I did make it. So don't be like me. Bring your clippers only if you're shipping your luggage, not if you carry on. And just buy new clippers when you get to the destination. So today's travel advice is to pack like a pro. These are the small things. The little things do matter. What about a tiny sewing kit, dental floss, a comb, an emery board, a nail file, allergy pills, 2 ounces of drinking water, lip gloss, earbuds, Advil, vitamins, and last but not least, now it's recommended you bring a cotton respirator mask. And the best is the N95 if you're going anywhere, especially if you are at any risk for illness. Today, I want to bring meaning to your travel. Thank you for sharing the world's first guide to independent travel with Dr. Mary Travelbest. If you want to know more, just look for me. I'm on Facebook groups, Instagram, YouTube, and Amazon. And someday soon, you can read our updated guide. And for now, show notes can be found on blogspot.com/Dr. Mary Travel Best. I'm looking for you to travel best. So go ahead, tell me what's on your bucket list.